38-year-old Rodney Hinton Jr. is charged with aggravated murder. Prosecutors say he intentionally struck a recently retired Hamilton County deputy who was on traffic patrol. The crash happened just hours after he joined a meeting with Cincinnati police to review body camera video of his son's death.
He's got to go.
They are upset, and I'm talking about the people of the melanin, are upset because these cops are mugging him, upset with him, responding in solidarity because this fool killed one of their police officers.
What up, family? Good day, good day, good day. I pray you guys are doing well. It's mad early in the morning. I had to work late last night, too. So if I sound a little froggy, I am. I pray you guys are doing well. Thank you for rocking with your boy. We're going to jump right into this. This particular video is about the father that actually went and killed the deputy because they killed his son. I saw some things about it, but Officer Tatum, he did a expose on it. So I figured, no, he already had it together. He already put it together. So let's just take a look, talk about it a little bit, and we're gonna go from there. See what you guys say, and also for me to see exactly what is going on. And here we go, guys.
Share it, talk about it, and most importantly, live it. This dad, woo, Jesus, help us. This dad raised a dirtbag who was fleeing police in a stolen vehicle. He goes on they chase him out of.
Just before we go any further, Officer Tatum is an ex-police officer. So his opinion, he is very pro-cop. You know what I'm saying? If that's a word. So if you see his opinion leans more toward the officers than any place else, that's really where his opinion lies. So that's not our opinion. We just here to look at it and talk about it and get some understanding. That's it. And also, it's for entertainment purposes only. Just to make sure I say that.
Out of the vehicle, he's running. They're giving him commands, telling him to drop the gun. He has a gun. Boom, boom, boom. Shooting occurs. The police are claiming that he pointed the gun at them. Dad gets access to the body-worn camera. After he watches the body-worn camera, which I would argue probably will show a justifiable shooting, he then takes his vehicle and rams into an officer who had nothing to do with this incident.
Oh, wow.
And kills him. Wow. And essentially also losing his life. Now, as a father, I understand the hurt, the pain it would cause you to lose your son. But at some point, you got to take accountability that you raised a boy who in a stolen vehicle with a gun in his possession. The boy's only 18 years old, so he don't have a legal right to own a gun. Now, the body camera doesn't show everything, but the body camera will show in part that there was a stolen vehicle and there was a pursuit that took place and a shooting. Roll the clip.
Rice Hill condos Thursday morning. Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
As you know, we had a critical incident yesterday.
4 people get out and start running. In body cam footage released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got to go.
Police shoot and kill him. Today on MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into him.
There is a connection between these two incidents. The driver of today's vehicle that struck a deputy has a family relationship with the 18-year-old that we shot yesterday.
Chief, is the person who hit the deputy the father of the person who was shot yesterday?
Yes.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
Look like we do have a body worn camera. Let's see. This will give me a little more clarity. Now, I'll say this. If the cops are wrong, that still doesn't give you the right to run over some random cop because you mad. All right, let's see. Roll it.
That's true, too. I was on the scene. The investigator reported a stolen car. 4 people jumped out of the car, running different ways.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun on your right. On your right. He's got a gun.
It's like the Blair Witch Project, man. God dang.
He said the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, shoot.
He's got. Get the f down. Stop.
He's running away.
He's got.
He's running away.
The individual is running with a firearm in his hand. The officer is running, so the body camera is kind of jolting as the officer's running. What that leaves us with is a very blurred image, unfortunately. However, based on the officer's interviews, the officer who did discharge his firearm said that when the individual came out between the dumpsters, he had the firearm in front of him. It was in like a bladed position, and it was pointed at the officer. And he felt threatened for his life, and that's why he discharged his firearm. So that officer who fired was actually chasing a different suspect when he encountered the individual armed with a firearm. And again, so for them to process and determine a different course of action,
it's hard, though.
I think is unreasonable.
I didn't watch the full press conference. I just get emotional when I think about these men, these innocent men and women who get killed for no reason. The man just retired and he got ran over because his son wanted to be a thug. Pretty much what happens is you see him when he get out of the car, he had a gun in his hand. They show the gun on the ground in his hand. And then he takes off running. Now, some people will say, well, he was running away and he wasn't a present threat. But you got to understand, if an officer feels like his life is in danger and that kid can turn the gun on him at any point, right? Because if you're not
All right. That's exactly what I had just said, that he was running away, and then his further explanation on that and what the officer would think. The reason I like this is because he's an officer, so of course he gives a more of a officer type mentality from the other side, and then we look at this from the civilian side. You know, we give another type of perspective as well too. If I was that officer and a potential, that's hard, man. That's hard. Why does a kid have the gun anyway? Number one, why would they in a stolen car? So it goes back to, why did you do what you did? You know what I'm saying? What you did, you got to the stolen car, you had a pistol in your hand, running from the police. That opens up so many avenues for things to go bad, you feel me? And for this particular time, it ended up taking his life. And unfortunately, the dad didn't see it that way. He just looked at the officers taking his son's life. But his son was in the wrong 110%. Let's continue to see what Officer Tatum has to say about this.
Flying and you're fleeing, but the cop is catching you. The cop is in an advantage. The cop will corner you. Will you turn and pull the gun on the cop that's cornering you? Right. That's the part that, listen,
you don't know.
He got the gun in his hand, gets out of the car. It looked like he failed or something, so he got the gun in front of him. He's running. He encounters a cop. Whether he does this or whatever he does, the cop believes his life is in danger. Now, the kid had every opportunity to put the gun down. So you can only assume, to a certain degree, what is he planning on doing with this gun? He got it in his hand. He could have left the gun in the car. Then therefore, when he's running, he ain't got a gun on him. Listen, they're fleeing. They're in the stolen vehicle or they're fleeing, one of the two. They get stopped. He got the gun on him. Throw the gun on the floorboard, take off running. Therefore, when they catch you, you ain't got a gun. The gun is in the car. That was his gun. Your fingerprints on it. Nah, he handed it to me and I threw it down because it wasn't mine. And if you don't do that, you don't discard the gun, you don't throw it, you don't leave it, you got it in your possession, the cops are yelling at you, get on the ground, and you got the gun in your hand. And you know you got the gun in your hand. And you take off running with the gun in your hand. And when cops encounter you, tell you to drop the gun, and you refuse to drop, you're not dropping the gun. What are you going to do with that gun? They're running into a wooded area. What is your expectation that you are going to do with that gun? So when the cops encounter him, he could have got spooked and was like this. I don't know. You can barely see it. But I can see how a cop can encounter a guy with a gun, give him commands, he don't listen. That kid can go from here to here real quick. That kid can go from here to turning and shooting at you. And you don't have to wait for most of that stuff to happen. And really, he shot him from the side, not necessarily in the back. Because when he first shot him, he was this way, and then he went like this. But a cop can be justified. Look, stop it, pause it. You see the gun. Everybody see the gun. They're pointing at the gun on the camera. And I FOIA request this body camera, so I'm going to be able to have a full body camera. We're going to watch it from start to finish with they probably blur him out, maybe. They may blur him out in the body camera. Sometimes they have to redact certain stuff. He got the gun in his hand. He's down there on the ground. I don't know what he's doing. He could give up right here. He could surrender right here. If he didn't do nothing wrong, why he doing this? He got a gun that he could have left in the car, but he didn't. If he's not doing anything wrong, he could put his hands up right now, and he would never have a negative encounter with the police. They didn't shoot him right here, did they? Play the clip. Then he takes off running, and boom, it happens like this. It happens like this. Now, I got to be able to play the body-worn camera where we can adjust it because I don't see where he pointed the gun. But then again, I'm looking at this thing on the camera, and I'm not in the middle of this grass with the body camera in my chest and how close he was to this guy. And when you're experiencing something like life and death, and it happens like this, and that cop could have saw that gun for a split second, dropped the gun, boom, 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 boom. And that's how that happened. And the second major thing that I got to talk about is the way the people of the melanin reacted to this. Let's go to the clip that I had you put in there just recently.
That's why I put his video.
Spears, well, this idiot posted this video, and he has music playing, and he's saying, "Welcome to the Ku Klux Klan America." Look at the police patrols. That, which is asinine to me. They are upset, and I'm talking about the people of the melanin are upset because these cops are mugging him, upset with him, responding in solidarity because this fool killed one of their police officers. But it's a problem. It's not a problem that the man raised the idiot and then killed some innocent police officer who retired, who was just coming back to do service and direct traffic for a graduation. And it's racism, and it's an evil thing that white people who happen to be the only ones that want to serve your community are mad at this man. Y'all got a problem with that, but not a problem with the one who did the crime. Lord help us. Do you know Sam Cooke and that song is one of the most historic songs to ever be presented? It's a very emotional song that's inappropriate for this situation. This is not a Sam Cooke. It's been too long. I know a change gonna come. This ain't the situation. Your son had a illegal gun in a stolen vehicle, refused police commands multiple times, allegedly pointed the gun at the police, was shot as a result. A gun was found on his person at the scene. And the people of the melanin are supporting, not all, but are supporting this man. Let's pull up some of the comments. We will pull up the comment section because as I present day in and day out, the problems that I see, this is exacerbated and it's crazy. Now, you know my wife don't play, so she ain't here cutting up, and I am her biggest fan. Let's see what my wife had to say. So a dirtbag raised a dirtbag. The man shot by police, I'm sure terrorized black communities, but the community defend him. No shock why most black communities are unsafe to inhabit and riddled with crime and bad choices. Sad state for society. Now tell me where you find a lie at. Who did he steal the car from? Or they stole? I think it was multiple people in the car. Who did they steal the car from? Probably a black person. How did he get a stolen gun? Why does he need a stolen gun? or an illegal firearm. Why? Either to defend himself against black people or to terrorize black people. One of the two is happening. And look at what they mad at my wife over. Let's see what they say to my wife. Come get your wife. Her racism is showing. She racist when she pointing out the truth. This man done killed the officer that had nothing to do with nothing. His son was the problem. Look at them saying,
hey, long chin, Bigfoot.
Hey, long chin, Bigfoot, something. Focus on your little blank husband. So they say I got a little pee-pee now. Their response to my wife exposing you is that I got a little pee-pee. All right, let's look at these women who are commenting on my wife's post. Just a bunch of ghetto birds. Let's go to the other girl. This is some girl. My wife is showing me the other day. She may have made her stuff private. Boy, she a hoochie mama. They be making their stuff private now and they getting exposed. She a hoochie mama. This one right here, I should show her stuff. She got all kind of pictures of her looking nasty. But anyway, girl, F off. Your choice of word, unfortunate as your looks. Talking about her looks. And this is just other comments that people have said. Well, was it the man who killed his son? So it's justified if the man killed his son. At least we got one person that got comments says the ignorance in these comments. Eye for an eye. Good day, y'all. Free that man. You take mine, I take yours. We're living in a very karmic times. I get it. May God have mercy on his soul. The father died when his son was killed. Not one person is talking about that boy had a gun and pointed at the police officers. Well, nobody wanted something from the gas station, so she's saying it don't matter. She don't care. Start this hero a GoFundMe. This woman is saying he's a hero. What do y'all want to say? Y'all want to keep going down? How can it be premeditated if it wasn't the cop who actually killed his son? Come on, I want to help y'all. This ain't all black people. I hope that most black people ain't silly like this. But while we got it up, just move it off the screen and look up Aaron Spears. Aaron Spears. It's the clip that I sent you. That was his profile. Go to his profile because I want people to see. I used to love Aaron Spears. He was one of the best comedians. I still think he's funny. But what he got 1.3 million subscribers. And look at what he posted about it. Here you go. This is where we got the clip from. He posted a black father in America, KKK, putting KKK in there, in America. Look at their faces. You can feel the racism. Still slave patrols. This man is a celebrity. This man is a comedian. Most black people in America love Aaron Spears. Look at what he posted. He posted, let's see. I think he said, my man said enough with the praying and the marching, as if he's supportive of the conduct. And then, of course, I called him out. I said, bro, what are you doing? His son fled a stolen vehicle and pulled a gun on police. You tripping. And I just posted this like 20 minutes ago. And I got 200 likes and I got 55 comments. Let's see what one of the comments are.
Look at the
and
comments.
We will see if people have common sense whatsoever. I hope to God that they do. I haven't looked at it yet. White men still lead the pack by rates of death by police. Y'all just buying media tricks. He agreed. Because we have 5 times more people than blacks. What a stupid comment. The ratio doesn't support your claim. Do some research. I don't know what this. I don't know who they're talking about. Aaron Spears responded to me. And white dude do it all the time, and yet they still get to see their next birthday. What are you talking about?
What are you talking? Yeah.
Aaron Spears, if you
I'm sorry,
see
I'm
this
with Tatum
video,
on this one.
what are you talking about, bro? Because a white man do it all the time. Do you know how many unarmed white people that get shot by police? You like, I don't get what they saying. It don't justify whatsoever what this guy had done. But to people of the melanin, it does. Well, white people do it all the time and they fine. No, bro. That boy pulled a gun on a cop and his daddy killed a cop that had nothing to do with this. Do we have a GoFundMe for Deputy Henderson? Maybe I'll start a fund for Deputy Henderson's family. But Deputy Henderson, in case I was running my mouth too much, you didn't catch it. He actually had recently retired. He was respected by the force. And that's why you see most people on the force standing behind in solidarity to support their officer that was killed unnecessarily. And it's a shame that this is even a thing. It's a shame that we have this going on again. Let's show the GoFundMe, because somehow, some way, they didn't put up a GoFundMe, but it got taken down, thank God. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if they did a Give, Send, Go. Aaron Spears responded like that. I can't believe it. Let's pull it up on my screen so I can see it. So his son looked like a thug. They raised $500. His goal was $50,000, but obviously GoFundMe took the thing down. But this is what we're up against. I want y'all to show me a situation, and this is why I talk about the ignorant black folks. Maybe when I say black people, I'm gonna say the ignorant black people. Show me a white man that son was fleeing in a stolen vehicle, shot at the police, pulled a gun on the police, and then their daddy killed a cop because he mad. I can't find a situation like this. It's wrong. It's wrong.
I'm sure it's happened.
It's double wrong.
You know,
Justice for Rodney Hinton Jr. and his son.
It's not right.
Why does your son have a stolen or illegal gun to start with is a problem? Why is your son in a stolen vehicle? Why when they pull the vehicle over, your son don't comply? He runs and he does not listen to commands. A father could be upset that his son was killed, especially that way. But a good father wouldn't have never let his kid get in that situation. And a good father, if his son is in that situation, he would be mindful that my son was wrong. I hate that he died like that. My son was wrong. He had no business being in that stolen vehicle, no business having a gun. And let me add this. I bet you $400 that grandma told him, baby, stop hanging out with them thugs. You're going to get yourself killed out there. Son, baby, grandson, you need to stop this. The life for you out here is jail or hell. That's what my grandparents used to say. Jail, my grandma, jail or hell is the future for you. Baby, you need to stop hanging. No, JoJo ain't your friend. He gonna get you caught up one day. JoJo ain't your friend. You can't go. Now you can't go with them tonight because them boys ain't up to no good. They ain't got nothing to lose. And you hanging out with them, they gonna get you caught up. And he just don't listen to his grandparents. Don't listen to his mom.
Well, he's just ratting right now. But I agree. I agree with what he said. What do you guys think? I mean, you didn't see anybody get unalived, but you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. What was you thinking about, young man? And then the dad. I mean, I know you're hurt, but it doesn't really, justify. This is really the footage that he was showing. Maybe I want to see this again, but go back. I can't. This is the footage. So officer arrived on the scene. Investigator reported a stolen car. 4 people jumped out and ran in different directions. 2 officers then chased the 2 suspects. I think it's no sound to it, so I'm gonna read it. 1 officer chases a suspect running into the woods. He yells to his partner that another suspect is nearby, running between 2 dumpsters, and has a gun.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun on your right! On your right! He's got a gun!
The officer's partner fires at the suspect. His body camera footage showed next. Damn. So that's a kid right there. So one of the suspects, later identified as 18-year-old Ryan Hinton, falls to the ground. He drops a gun and picks it back up. Why the fuzzsickles would you pick it back up, little boy? Police said. Officers later reported in the interviews they heard the gun hit the ground. So this is the gun, from what I'm understanding, is hitting the ground. Yeah, so they pointed it out. So the body camera is blurry, but the beige firearm recovered appears to be in Hinton's hand. So I think the next clip they kind of pointed, this may be it, but they don't know for sure. But remember, all this stuff is going so fast, you don't really, you can't really pick up on it too well. Why that kid had that gun? The officer fires 5 consecutive shots, striking Hinton twice in the chest and arm. So let's, young people, you get caught doing something, don't expect the world to respect what you're doing if you're doing something wrong. That's disrespectful. It's going to give you the same thing back. If you guys are being disrespectful to the world and its system, it's going to disrespect you right back. And this is a perfect example of that. It's unfortunate. It really is. The only way this could have been prevented is that the car was never stolen and the kid never had a gun. You can't determine or make the rules along the way how people are going to treat you when you're doing illegal things. You can't make the rules up along the way. And it's unfortunate that that father didn't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't ever want to be in that situation. And I hate for anybody to be in that situation. Let's go ahead and watch the rest of it. It's only another minute.
Get the fuck down!
Clip without the pauses.
Go!
The individual is running with a firearm in his hand. The officer is running, so the body camera is kind of jolting as the officer.
Yeah, we see it. Yep. I just want to look at Officer Tatum's comments. And I'm gonna let us go. All right, let's see what they're saying here. 4 black kids were in the car and all ran. 3 arrested alive. 1 pulled a gun on a cop and faced the consequences. It wasn't about race or police brutality. 1,000% agree. Let me see here. I'm brown and I don't hate anyone. Come on, people. We're all brothers and sisters. Stop the ignorance. Hate hurts us all. The dumb kid had a gun and pointed at the cops. What would you do if someone pointed a gun at you? Facts. Let me see here. 1984. I'm 60 years old. I'm in a stolen vehicle with 2 other people in the car. Get chased by the police. We all split. Everywhere I looked, cops were everywhere, aiming guns at me. I throw my hand up, get arrested. 5.5 years later, I'm out, prison alive and well. This kid was on a suicide mission. What his dad did was 100% foul. 1,000% agree with that, because the officer that the dad killed had nothing to do with this, and the officers that was in the incident with his son was just doing their job. And unfortunately, you can't dictate the actions of anybody. Each person is individual. And the thing with that is that with each person being individual, you can't dictate how they're going to react. Like the officer that actually chased the kid and shot, his perspective, it could have very well been that he thought the kid was going to turn and shoot. Because if you're running and the gun is right here, or the camera won't show, but if the gun is in your right hand and you point it to the left and the officer's to the left, say if you run and you running like this, at some point the gun is going to come up to your right and point to the left. And that's probably what the officer saw. But who knows? I mean, police, put it like this, the police are not out there to kill people. They're to enforce. You know what I'm saying? Just like God is just. And that's what justice is all about. But this is unfortunate. I'd love to hear you guys' comments, what you guys feel about the situation. And I mean prayers to the family, because he lost 2 men in that family that day. And prayers to the officer's family that got hit by a car. He definitely didn't deserve that. He worked, I'm sure, a long, lustrous career. Worked all his life just to get to a point where he can retire. Just think if he would just stayed at home and did not come back. He come back to serve his community doing something that he felt that was minimum, give him something to do. And he never thought that he would come home that day. At least his family thought that would. No. Everybody's affected. And it's unfortunate. So, That's number one reason to stay prayed up. And that's for real, for real. So I pray you guys will continue to do well. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Everybody, scream. Now, everybody, please like the video, and we're gonna come back. Hey, if you guys want to hear Officer Tatum's full, we kind of did do the full video. I'm gonna put the link to his video in the description as well too, just in case you want to get it without my commentary. But hey, thank you guys for stopping by. Let me see you beautiful people next time. Peace.